Hello, everybody. It's Matt Dallas, and today I am here with Dr. Carol Spooner from Awakening Wellness, and we are going to be talking about increasing our immune systems and taking care of ourselves and being healthier. And Dr. Spooner, I appreciate you taking some time today to do this with me.
Certainly.
And what I'd like to do to start off is have you introduce yourself and tell us just a little bit more about who you are and what you do at Awakening Wellness.
Okay, terrific. My name is Dr. Carol Spooner. I'm a naturopathic physician in Gilbert, Arizona. I've been a physician here in the East Valley for about 12, 13 years now. I've been an herbalist for more than 40 years. And I think that's one of the most significant things that's likely to be different from me compared to other naturopathic docs. I have been, since my childhood, learning about homeopathy, the importance of vitamins and minerals, and botanical medicine. Awakening Wellness is a practice where we focus on nature cure medicine.
Okay.
So what that means is we stimulate the vital force of the body. The body has a blueprint, and we stimulate it with the things that the body likes to be stimulated by to create greater wellness. So we recover wellness, we create wellness, and it's not unusual for people to leave with less pain, more vitality in the first visit.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's I mean, normally it takes longer than that when you go meet with somebody. That's kind of neat. And so you said herbalist. I wanted to ask you what makes, and you kind of alluded to it a little bit, but what makes your practice a little bit different from others? Can you share a little bit about that? But can you also share a little bit more about what an herbalist, what that means?
Oh, sure. So in Arizona, naturopathic doctors are able to act as primary care physicians. So that means that I write prescriptions, order imaging, blood studies, that sort of thing.
Right.
And what is a little different about me is I more naturally rely on herbs, on plants,
okay,
on things that can be your food to restore your health.
Got it.
So if you're feeling like, I wish I felt like I did when I was 25, there's a way to get there.
Yeah.
There's a way to get there without taking 35 pills.
Interesting. Okay. And obviously these days the hot topic is the virus, and people want to make sure they want to improve their odds of not getting it, and they want to have probably a less severe case if they do get it. And it seems like that's all immune system based.
Yes,
right?
Yes, it is. It's inflammatory based.
Okay.
With illness, what comes before illness is inflammation.
Okay.
And people that have the concomitant illnesses that make the COVID-19 expression more severe, like the metabolic syndrome, heart problems, diabetes, that sort of thing. By reducing those inflammatory markers, we're able to pull back risks.
Okay.
And there's also ways to boost the activity of white blood cells to make them perhaps more ready than they were before, in case something comes in to the body. Certainly the best way, or one of the best ways at home you can make sure that you're protecting yourself, is to use masks.
Okay.
And to pay attention to social distancing, wash your hands, singing happy birthday or twinkle, twinkle, little star. And the things that you can do, other things you can do at home would be to use contrast foot baths. Hot water, cold water stimulate circulation of the lymph, for instance.
Okay.
The phytonutrients that we have in our herbs and our vegetables and fruit are something that increase the vitality of our immune system.
Interesting.
The
So,
phytonutrients are actually the immune system, if you will, of the plants.
what's a good example of a good fruit or vegetable that has a high concentration of phytonutrients?
Broccoli,
Okay.
carrots,
Okay.
spinach.
Got it.
Um, actually, any plant will have phytonutrients. It's not vitamins. Vitamins are important. Minerals are important. Antioxidants, amino acids, they're all important.
Okay.
But the edge that plants have are the phytonutrients. And if we're having 7 to 9 half cups of a variety of fruits and vegetables, then we're increasing the strength that our immune system is able to provide us.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. And so I want to broach a topic that, because you mentioned it, I want to ask you your thoughts on. So obviously, we're not giving any medical advice.
Right.
Do this, but we are giving some good general tips. And
excuse me. Another thing is drinking plenty of water.
Okay, so how much?
In the summer.
How much
plenty
is
of water?
You're in Arizona.
Okay, so typically half your weight in ounces of water is considered enough water.
Got it.
If you have a job that's outside, then drinking your weight in water.
So just take my weight, divide it by 2 if I'm inside most of the day, and that number of ounces.
Isn't that, it's a lot more than what the regular American will drink.
Yes, I'm doing the math and I realize that.
It's roughly, say, 8 bottles of water.
Got it. Okay. Okay. And you mentioned masks, and obviously that's a hot topic, and there's people have different opinions on that. But I guess the question I want to ask you is the difference there's different types of masks, right?
Right.
There's, I think, what's it called? N95. There's ones that people make out of a t-shirt. They'll cut up a t-shirt and put that on their face, and that's a mask. Can you just, without going into too much detail, can you share kind of the differences and what that means?
Mm-hmm. If you just have a piece of cloth across your face, you're protecting your body from some of the spittle that could be in the air.
Okay.
If you have an N95 mask, most of anything that's in the air can't get to you.
Got it.
That said, if your eyes are not covered and there's spittle in the air, it's going to get to your eyes.
Got it.
Most of us, that's why the N95s are used often on the front line, because they're covering to the extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Any amount of coverage is an improvement.
Overnight.
If our temperatures, an N95 mask might be too warm.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Any coverage would help. Okay.
That's good. That's good advice. I appreciate that. So those are some general things. Any other general tips? So drinking water, phytonutrients, anything else that you would generally recommend? I like the tip on hot, cold water for stimulating
lymphatic flow.
Yeah, I like that tip. Any other tips generally that people should think that could help them out?
Sure. Slow, deep breathing can be very useful, particularly with the amount of stress that some people are having now that they're getting cabin fever.
Yes.
Yawning can actually improve stress management as well, believe it or not. So if you find yourself yawning, take advantage.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know.
And with respect to movement of your body, that saying, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
None of us want to be an old man or an old woman on a cane. And the way to avoid doing that is to walk regularly.
Got it.
So if your wellness state doesn't allow you to do aerobics or weights or any of that, to at least go for a relaxing walk. And if you can't go outside for whatever reason, then develop a pattern of walking for a period of time so that actually happens in your life.
That's good. That's a good tip. So obviously you're able to help people in your office. with
Yes.
things that they can't do on their own, and be able to use your experience and expertise. What are some of the things that you offer there at the office that help somebody boost their immune system, and just in, specifically boosting their immune system, but then there's other things you help people with that's not just immune related.
Right.
Right.
I treat a lot of people that have chronic pain. I treat a lot of people who have autoimmune disease, thyroid problems, really just about anything. I recently helped somebody who was starting to go blind, and there's no blindness anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. Natural medicine can be very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just stimulating the body to fix itself. With respect to the techniques I use IV nutrients, and I use intravenous compounded. They're not medications, but they're compounded antioxidants that one could call a medication to rather quickly manage blood sugar.
Wow. Okay.
There are injections that I do that stimulate the immune system, the part of the immune system that is anti-inflammatory in nature,
Okay.
and that it's used extensively in Brazil and South America, and they claim that it protects from cancer, which is pretty incredible, heart disease, strokes. So it's pretty interesting. With respect to, sorry about that sound.
That's okay.
With respect to the other items and things that I do neurokinetic therapy, I do McLaughlin scar therapy. All that makes a significant difference in people's physical pain without doing anything invasive.
Okay.
And there have been times when people have come to me with frozen shoulders. They'd seen half a dozen specialists, and they were about to give up. I did some NKT, and in half an hour, the arm was moving without pain.
Wow.
After 2.5, 3 years of trying to get better.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
There's a variety of things that I have in my tool bag, if you will, because naturopathic doctors have such extensive training in so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy physical medicine as much as I enjoy helping somebody have a program that they can do at home. I'm a member of the National Association of Environmental Medicine, and as such, I am able to help people detoxify from toxicants like toxic exposures of metals, cadmium or whatever. I'm able to help people eliminate the toxins that are stuck in their bodies that they wouldn't otherwise be able to get rid of.
Okay. And you mentioned heart disease a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
That is, from my understanding, one of the top, if not the top, cause of death in our country.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It seems like people don't. If that's like number one, it seems like more people would want to take care of themselves in that regard.
Yes, I'm sure there are.
Why is this still? I don't know. I know we didn't talk about this question before, but it just seems like that's something that more people should be talking about, that we can help with. That there's got to be things to prevent it or reduce it, right?
Yes, there are, and it is possible to impact that level of illness in our country with education. The more people understand that naturopathic medicine and natural medicine does actually have a place alongside of conventional medicine, more and more people will be able to recover. Natural medicine can address not just acute infection, but chronic infection, not just acute disease, but chronic disease. We don't typically do major surgery. We try to avoid that. The other guys take care of that.
Got it. And is there, So along these same lines of things you can do in your office, are there things you can help somebody with to maybe reduce their chance of heart disease? Like if you
Yeah,
do a panel or a workup, you could say,
yeah,
okay, you might be
absolutely.
predisposed, and here are some things to prevent that. Or I don't know, you might not
That
be
is
able
actually the one of the major things that I do. We do a particular kind of panel.
to. Okay.
We it'll demonstrate various types of inflammation throughout the cardiovascular system. We put together a protocol that includes not just supplements, but certain foods, eliminating certain foods, including certain kinds of exercise, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And a person will pull themselves away from that heart attack they were building up to.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you're literally saving people's lives. That's awesome.
Well, they're saving their lives, and I'm just
Well,
helping.
you're helping them towards that though. I think that's great. Well, it has been great catching up here, and I, want people to be able to find you after they watch this video. And obviously, for anybody that is, in Val Vista Lakes and is part of our Life on the Lakes, you're obviously one of the sponsors there. But not everybody who's going to watch us is in Val Vista Lakes. So, where are some places where they can find you, and how would they get in touch with you to set up an appointment to come visit?
Well, our office phone number is 480-793-1366.
Okay.
480-793-1366. We have a Facebook page, Awakening Wellness.
Okay.
And you can send communication to me that way.
Okay.
And I intend to have a web page up in the next month or two. And so that will be Awakening Wellness. I Awaken Wellness.
Excellent. And I will share those when we post the video down below in the comments.
Marvelous.
Well, people can connect with you, and they can get in touch with you to do a workup or to see what kind of treatments you can offer and help with their immune system, among other things. So it was great to see you today, and we will catch up later.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks, Dr. Spinner.